My name is Tanisha, aka Diamond, and I'm tuned with Party More Live.
So you are the manager of the Mixx band. So for those that don't know the Mixx band, give us a little backstory of how the Mixx band got started and then when you got started with the Mixx band.
So let me fast forward. I've been with the Mixx band for the last 3 years, and I've been working alongside with Derek, which is the Marco Solar before he passed. Rest in peace to his soul. And I have been working with them, and it haven't been a nonstop. Even when he passed, I said everything that I do, I try to continue on doing it, regardless of what the situation may hold, what the situation may make be. But that's where I'm at right now. But the Mixx band started back in what, years ago, way before I was probably even born. It's like, but it started a while ago, and we have several members. I'm pretty sure you guys are aware of that. Tony Sachs, Keith, 32, he is still with us. I'm so excited that continue to keep working with us. But it's just they just at a place right now where they are changing the narrative of their sound than before. They started because go-go was just go-go. Back in the day they used to be in the parking lot, or at different events, or different bars or lounge and things like that. But right now they just changing everything about themselves.
As a manager, how much input do you have on that sound, or is it just strictly you just handle the business?
So I'm mainly like the business part. So we have two components. We have me and Tony Sachs, which is we deal with the business part, and then we have Keith and Mike who deal with the actual band, just to keep that level going, because even as a manager, I can't do it all by myself, right? So you
Correct.
always need a partners, and it's not. I don't always want to have the input, because managers is a great leader, right? And a great leader is also a wonderful follower. So I have managed. I mean, I have coaches that coach me on how to manage the band, and I work closely with several other people. But as a manager, I'm dealing with people. It's not just about the band or just about the music. It's still about people, and people are going through things. So managing all those components is very challenging at times, but we all get through it. Like, we just take it a day at a time.
Right, so this question might be simple to us, you, and other people that are in bands, but for like the fans, when it comes to band members on the front line that have cups in their hand, liquor in their hand, whatever the case may be, drinks. To you, is that a professional look, or is it? I mean, so what? As long as you do your job, or is it levels to it where you have to reach a certain level before you can actually be standing up there with a cup in your hand and
I think it's levels to it. Everything has levels to it, right? That's I'm not gonna stop them for being who they are, because sometimes a drink or two might loosen a person up, right?
right?
But it is levels to it, and that's something that the Mixx band do pay close attention to, is levels to it. I'm not going to say it's unprofessional, but that's part of what music, right? You got to feel it. You got to jam to it. So a little bit of cup, a little bit of sip and drink, whatever it is, whatever gets you comfortable
Yeah,
on that
it's crucial.
stage, then that's just what it is. Like, I'm not going to say, oh no, don't take a sip and you dull or don't have no energy, right? Or you
Right,
just
right.
like, no, like, be yourself. And people connect with people that's been authentic, and that's like where I'm at. Like, I
Yeah,
don't change who they are, I don't change how they work. I coach them through whatever even if it's a struggle or whatever they're dealing with. I just coach them through it. Like, look, it's levels to it, it's branding, it's respect of yourself, you know what I mean, and in your community and whoever you're a partner with.
yeah. I always thought it's like it goes to the personality of the person, and then sometimes, like you say, Brandon. Sometimes it's like you ain't even in your zone if you ain't got your cup in your hand. Like some people, some of the fans actually notice that type of stuff. So I just thought I asked that question. You know what I mean? Because I'm definitely gonna have me a cup of ice on stage. And
Well, listen, that's a
Not a
great
cup of
question to
ice,
ask.
Joe.
It's a great question to ask. No question is a dumb question. It's a great question to ask, but at the end of the day, it is levels to everything.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And because sometimes, even when you too drunk, right, you can't perform. And that's like something that, because at
fact.
the end of the day, I'm an advocacy, I'm an author, I'm a speaker. So I have other different organizations that I work closely with. And my brand, my character is a lot. So if whoever I attach myself to, it have to match. We got to match each other. You know what I mean? And that's kind of like where I'm at.
When it comes to hiring and firing band members, whose responsibility do you think that weighs on?
At
Is it
the end
like
of
the
it.
manager, the leader of the band, or is it the band as a whole? Like who should deliver the message?
So before we even get to that point, we work with whomever or any other band. I don't know how
Mhm.
everybody work different, operate, move different. But I don't believe just firing anyone. I believe with communicating, conversating about the situation. And if anything doesn't change, then we will suggest for us to part ways, right?
Thank you.
That does not mean that, you can't come back. It's just at this time, we won't move forward with you because of the continues of the situation
Mm-hmm.
that occurs. And I think that if a lot of bands take that approach, and another thing too, I want to add to that: build that chemistry and that relationship with your band members. That takes you a long way. So you won't have to hire and fire people, right? Or that word. So it's just all about communicating with one another what you can and cannot do. And also, we interview, we do auditions and things like that before we say, oh yeah, come on, let's be a part of it. No, you want to trial, right? Because I want to see how you're gonna move. I want to see what you're gonna put in, and it's been a couple of times where, I'm a straight honest person. It's been a couple of times where we had to say, hey, you gotta step your game up or we're gonna have to part ways now. And in that moment, the questions had came about. So what is I'm locking on? What is this? And that's when we start communicating,
Exactly.
like, this is what you're locking on, this is what you need to
Mm-hmm.
do. And the reality is, if you come into rehearsal, you can't come to rehearsal to practice, right? You got to come to rehearsal. You're supposed to practice at home. Right. So these
Yeah.
are things that you communicate with your band way before you have meetings, like we do, like our management team, we meet with one another, at least once or twice a week. Even when we texting each other, we continue to keep building our relationships. And even with the other members, we communicate, talk with them through chat, text and things like that. But it's all about
Mm-hmm.
communication and just being honest and open and saying what you can and cannot talk, because I'm not tolerating it at all.
All right. So this is an international show. I like to say that a lot because we are an
Mm-hmm.
international show. For the international
Internationally
people
known.
watching this international show, what can you tell them about the mixed band Go Go? Like, why should they come see the mixed band?
Why shouldn't they come and see the mixed band? Why shouldn't they? Why, like, that's the question. Why shouldn't they? Because they are shifting the narrative of the story, and they are bringing different and unique, their uniqueness to the stage. That it's healing the music, like I always say, and we just changing the narrative of what music look like. It's not just about the go-go, but it's about the R&B as well. It's about the jazz. It's about the blues. We kind of like connecting those dots and all in one. So that's what makes us stand out, right now, at this point while I'm working with them. So they are rebranding and coming out with some other things, and that's in the making. So hopefully I will share that information with you guys.